for diabetic, we would say that the systolic should be around 135 or below.
And the most important thing that we're actually screening for is oral cancer, so mouth cancer. And mouth cancer, it's not very obvious to catch to the untrained eye.
I think empowering patients is huge.
It's key.
It is good for clinicians.
The virus is clever. It enters, and we'll come to that, it enters the human body, usually, as we said, through what we call droplet infection.
Impurities, so many heavy metals, so many salt. So, but if you have the kidney and you drink clear fluid, not tea, not alcohol, not beer, clear water regularly,
Hello, good evening all my viewers. We are live on Facebook and YouTube, and I must say this is one of my favorite places in the whole world now. Thank you for joining us live on Omega Live TV. We are proudly coming your way by kind sponsorship of World Remit. World Remit, the safest way to transfer money to your friends and family back home. 2 weeks ago, I was here and I had a presentation on atrial fibrillation, and I must say the response I've got so far is incredible. I am sure you learned a lot. I hope that everyone can check their pulse by now if they cannot do anything else, because who knows, you could save your life. Tonight, we have an amazing session coming up. If you've been following the series, you know my favorite thing of the whole show is to have patients giving their account of disease. There is nothing as amazing as a patient who makes a full recovery from disease. So if you haven't phoned your friends and family, you are doing them a great disservice. I am your host, I'm Mrs. Winnie Ohene-Kissi, and my guest tonight, we go way back because he is my schoolmate from nursing. Come on, that's about 30 years ago now. So I will just get the ball rolling. Please phone a friend, get all people to join in, because tonight our topic is stroke. Stroke is one of the very common diseases which affects so many people, and I'm sure everyone will probably know a friend, a family member, somebody who has had an encounter with stroke or are still living with the disease. So I really attach a lot of importance to this topic. I will let my guest introduce herself, but like I said, we were in school together in nurses training way back about 30 years ago, is it?
Nearly.
So welcome. I couldn't wait for you to come here. So if you can tell us your name and what you've been doing so far in nursing, of course.
Okay, my name is Francisca Ameyaw. I'm a stroke nurse. I work in one of these London hospitals. And I've been here for some years now.
Some years, a long time.
A long time ago, and I've been a stroke nurse on and off for about 10 years.
Wow.
I was in a stroke for about 5 years. Then I left, learn other things, and then came back into stroke.
You see, it's amazing the kind of specialities we've gone into. Because I've had a few of us come here. Some are in sexual health. I am in cardiology. You are in stroke. And it's brilliant what we are all doing. But tonight we have a special story. And I think we will jump straight and go into your own story. I know you will bring on board your experience as a stroke nurse. But let's start. How did your story start?
Okay. So about 8 years ago, this is 2012, yes, I was at home. I had just finished talking to my best friend, Irene. We're just having a lovely chat, nothing wrong. I was, happy, lying in the sofa, nothing was wrong with me. Anyway, so I just got up from the sofa and I bent down to pick something from the floor. Then I heard this loud bang from my head. Then I said, what is this? So it was
loud, like
a bang. It actually sounded like a gunshot somewhere in my brain, this part of my brain.
The back of your head?
Yes, here, on the right side here. So it sounded like a gunshot. As I said, what is this? So I just sat down quietly. Then suddenly I felt my neck felt like somebody was strangulating me. Like, yeah, literally, like somebody squeezing, you know, the life out of me. So I immediately told my daughter to just call the ambulance, you know. So she looked at me, my son was at home, it was 2 of them at home, you know, so they were all, you know, petrified, what is going on? But anyway, my daughter called the ambulance. In between, within 2-3 minutes, I just felt down on the floor, just like a log. Boom. Then I had such a projectile vomiting, you know, and then I knew that something
was
is
very wrong.
really wrong. I felt myself like I'm dying. So instinctively, I told my son to bring a paper and a pen. I just wanted to scribble something down, write something that in case I fall into unconsciousness or even I die, they know what happened and what I'm going through. The ambulance will know something.
So, before you progress, I'm coming into this. Were you ill at all? Any headaches? Anything at all? Medical work?
No, ironically, I had no medical condition till then. Not ill, didn't feel headache, nothing. As I said, I was just sitting in the sofa. I had a chat with my friend. Nothing wrong with me that day.
And no underlying medical conditions whatsoever?
Whatsoever.
Wow. What happened? How old were your kids at that time, roughly?
Oh, okay. So my daughter was about 15.
Right.
Yeah. And my son was 9-ish.
So they were very young.